Hey Babbles. Just wanted to jump in here to say in this episode we talk about a Vivienne Westwood dress, and we lovingly nicknamed it the Vivienne after the drag queen from RuPaul's Drag Race UK who sadly passed away several weeks after we recorded this. We recorded this long ago, and so we thought about taking out that part but decided to leave it in to honor the Vivienne's memory, and our heart goes out to her friends and family.
I'm gonna talk about all the things that I wanna talk about. We'll just keep talking. We'll just keep talking. Just keep talking. Talking. For so long. Ow, we're babbling on. We're babbling on.
I'm gonna do a really classic intro.
Great. Hey guys!
Good morning, Babbling On community. This is your hostess.
Holy shit.
Sorry, I completely lost it for a second.
That's fine. Start over.
Hi.
I have to cough, so just hold on.
Do you think we're gonna use this part? It's kind of hilarious.
Maybe you can pick a bit of it or something.
But I love it. Good morning, Babbling On community. This is Enid Scott. My name's Hilton Dresden.
Yep.
Welcome to the podcast. Happy New Year. Happy season 2. Today, I'm joined by one of the great living legends, a rising star, Hollywood reporter, New Faces of Hollywood, Forbes 30 Under 30. This is a woman who has skyrocketed to international acclaim. And this is a woman who is speaking on the single most important topic that we've ever covered here at Babbling On Institute.
Yep.
And we have a big job ahead of us.
We have a huge job.
Yeah, and we have a smart grad student with us today,
Yep.
who's a college professor in addition to being a grad student.
Of course.
Please welcome to the stage, Moaning Myrtle.
That's me. I'm Marty Miller.
Hey,
Believe
Marty.
it or not.
Hey, Marty.
I have to get something off my chest,
Okay.
and it's that I have a cough.
Yeah.
And I think that people should know at some point during this, I could cough. And
You might cough.
I might cough.
You should have heard certain of the previous episodes. I've had nasal congestion.
okay.
Okay, so hi, Marty.
Hey.
Oh!
See? That's what I'm saying. But that's not going to happen that much.
I don't think you should worry about that.
Okay.
People who listen to Babbling On are not super healthy. So
Great.
they'll be nice to see themselves represented in queer media.
Okay.
Who are you in the new year?
In the new?
Yeah, in the new year, who are you? Who do you want to be in the new year, and who are you so far in the new year?
I want to be Samantha.
Same.
Which I have been in the past.
Yes.
I have.
You have. No, sorry. I'm a little
No, I
all
get
over
it.
the
No,
place.
it's
I'm
hard.
still getting centered.
No, yeah, we'll get there.
Yeah.
Um,
Who have you been so far? I so far have been Marnie. I've already had 3 fights in the new year.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, I just can't see. I have a storm of emotion inside of me.
Okay.
It's so hard for me sometimes to not explode with emotion. So in that way, I do feel that I'm Marnie.
Okay.
Although Marty bottles it all in, so I guess in that way I'm maybe Hannah. But I would like to be Carrie.
Classic.
Yeah. I've been Samantha. Like, I would like to be Carrie.
Yeah. I want to be Samantha, though, we think Samantha. Okay, you want to be Samantha, you want to be, like... Fucking. But I want to be Samantha in her business sense.
Okay, right.
Like, we forget that Samantha is, like, actually, like...
A hard
kind
worker.
of the one, like, hustling all the time.
Yeah. You actually do get to see that in...
But, like, in a fun way. In what we're talking about.
Which... Yeah. Why don't you just spill the beans?
Today we're talking about the single most important film of all time.
Dun, 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 dun,
Sex and the City.
Dun, 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 dun. Sex and the City, the movie.
The movie.
The show is a topic for another time, obviously.
Several times, frankly.
Yeah. Like, the show is basically an episode-by-episode sort of dissection. Or at least season-by-season. The movie. We watched it recently.
We watched the film recently, and we set out to just kind of have it on in the background and not finish it. Yeah. But we were enthralled.
Absorbed.
Like, we were...
It's a 3-hour film.
Rightfully so, in my opinion.
Rightfully so. It should have been longer. It should have been the length of The Brutalist. But you always put it on thinking, like, oh, we'll just watch, like, until the wedding falls apart.
Right.
And then you figure out that, no, you're watching it.
You're in.
Yeah.
You're watching it.
To me, it's a Best Picture nominee. I really think it's an exceptional movie with an amazing arc.
I agree.
And
I, of course, think it would make a perfect musical. And we'll get into that as we go.
Oh, my God. Jukebox?
No.
Original
score.
There's so many critiques and criticisms and things that people have said about this movie. It gets maligned by the press.
It does?
Yeah, people talk
Why, though? The belt.
I was reading the Wikipedia. The belt, I like. I like the belt.
Yeah, you like the belt.
My friend Eve Lindley has always talked about how the belt has resurfaced a lot and is tea.
Yeah.
Carrie wears a studded belt. Patricia Field designed the costumes for this film. She is an Oscar nominee for costume design for, I believe, The Devil Wears Prada and a few other things. But she did the costumes for the show and the films.
Which are perfect. Except Miranda at times. Which is perfect, actually.
Right. It's just like, Miranda wouldn't wear some of the things she wears. Unless, I guess, she would in order to try and keep up with her crazy friends.
I think that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
She does look kind of crazy in the movie at times.
Yes, she does. Can we, like, maybe quickly sort of explain what is going on in the movie in a broad strokes sense? Like,
sure.
For in case there's some psychopath who has never seen it and is bothering to listen to this.
That's crazy, but yeah. What if they've never seen Sex and the City?
I know.
Show?
So basically, there's 4 women. Carrie, Miranda, Charlotte, Samantha.
And that's all you need to know.
And they're best friends. And Carrie's the crazy writer. Samantha's the sex-forward PR person. Miranda's the shrewd lawyer. And Charlotte is the romantic homebody.
Great job, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
You ate that.
Thank you.
And they basically have, 7 seasons of friendship unfold?
Yeah, 6A and 6B create 7.
I'm calling it 7.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Sure.
And then the movie happens.
Yeah. 3 years after the show finishes, it's one of the few movies ever to reunite an entire core cast of a TV show.
Oh, cool.
Something like that. I'm just kind of going off of what Wikipedia. Was a huge box office success.
And yet
critically panned. One of the critiques, I think this was Manola Dargis from the New York Times. It's crazy that I'm just pulling this out of my ass, but wrote that, like, in old days, like Betty Davis or whoever the women measured each other's, like, value in, like, the strength of their wit. I'm paraphrasing here, or like the strength of their wit, and then here the women are basing their value on, like, their ability to attain a man. That was the critique that they said. Now, I don't agree with that.
I don't either. Yes, the whole plot of the film is in regards to the wedding. Mm-hmm. To Big.
So Carrie has been dating Big
to the one
This feels
carried
so crazy
away.
to even
I know,
be.
it feels like insane that someone would have to learn
I know,
this
it's
through
kind of
words.
humiliating to like say this.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, this
Yeah.
is so wrong.
If someone doesn't know this, it's like, have you heard of kindergarten? Or...
Get some building blocks.
No, seriously.
And start 1 + 1 =
Carrie
was dating Big. Big is
Bingo.
moving to Paris.
Big.
I recently came into an ashtray that says Big is moving to Paris.
Oh, that's cool.
Isn't that
I
awesome?
recently watched the And Just Like That documentary where they talk about costumes.
Oh, you rewatched that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After watching
Patricia
all
Field
5
didn't
of the
do the
Pirates of the
costumes.
Caribbean
I've been
movies.
just like that. Yeah.
I know, but what's her name did?
Oh.
Who was like her assistant or something?
Yeah. Molly something?
Why didn't Patricia?
She was just ready to move on. I don't know. I mean, I think it's an interesting thing where like
She's not dead, right?
No, she's alive. She's still working. She did Emily in Paris. I feel like she did something that Kim Cattrall was on. I wonder if there's something there.
If there's tea there.
I know. I really do feel the most interesting and painful and complex and layered and close to home story of all time is the feud of SJP and Kim Cattrall.
Wait, why didn't Patricia do And? No, like seriously, girl.
I don't know, but I just thought of something. I'm like
freaking out all of a sudden. In my head, she was like dead or like couldn't do it.
SJP is Glinda, Kim Cattrall is Elphaba. And we'll be dissecting look by look what's going on. We actually have the movie pulled up because we need it. But can you explain the plot of the movie, sort of?
Okay, Hilton is kind of like fixing
I was just
the projector so we can have it on the background. The movie, okay, we have the 4 women. Big and Carrie are finally going to get married after 10 years together.
Yeah.
They have been dating for 10 years.
Charlotte stands up in the middle of a restaurant after Carrie... Okay, wait, so sorry to interrupt you.
I love that Charlotte moment.
I know, but so Carrie, they're sitting at dinner. So Carrie and Big decide to get married in a low-key way.
Low-key way.
Yeah, like Big's like, let's get married. Because they're like, they got this
Because
apartment.
Big has been married twice before, and
Yeah.
like Carrie always thought marriage was off the table for Big.
Yeah. So then, like, out of nowhere, Big's like, well, we can get married if it makes you feel better about sharing this apartment.
Because they buy the world's most insane, amazing apartment.
It's, like, really crazy. It's a penthouse with a huge deck.
Fuck, I want it.
And a closet that, like...
Would never be.
No, because, like, if you... So he builds out this closet from this tiny one to this massive one, and it's like, so you don't have a kitchen anymore.
And in the first place,
You know what
that
I mean?
apartment would never have a closet that small.
Right.
To
but
begin
then
with.
also to make it big, you would have to, like, eat up another room.
Or 2, frankly.
Anyway, so Carrie's sitting at brunch. She's wearing a pink, sort of... What would you call that silhouette?
Which dress is it?
It's like this. I love it. It's the kind of dress I would wear. It's
Why
like,
can't I see it? I'm ashamed of myself.
let me
right
see
now.
if I can skip to it. Anyway, and she's wearing pearl. Oh, it's this. It's this.
Oh.
And they're sitting at lunch.
She wears this at lunch?
Yeah, I think.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
We should just play the...
Because this is the beginning
clip.
of the film.
Oh, here it is. Yeah. We should play the clip.
Oh, wait, she does, huh? You're right.
Okay, so
love
I edited that. In case you couldn't hear it, Carrie goes, we decided...
Ready, I'll be Carrie and you be
Charlotte.
Okay. So they're at lunch and Carrie's like, and so, you know, we're talking about things and, you know, one thing makes sense for the other and we decided to get married. In a restaurant.
Everyone in the restaurant stops. It's a needle drop. It's similar to a few moments I've... Yeah, actually, let me not go into that. The vibe is completely silence.
Holy shit, I just lost you, girl.
What I wanted to say is I took that clip and I made an edit, and this isn't funny, and, like, suicide isn't funny, but I did do a Siri voice where it goes, well, and so Carrie's going like, well, we decided to, and then the Siri voice goes, end my life. It was just like a funny thing for Twitter. I feel like it doesn't really hold up
Totally.
in this format.
And you kept the Charlotte screaming after?
I think so. Yes, I did. Of course I did. I'm no fool. Anyway, I love this look of Carrie's pink
Pearl
pearl
studded belt.
studded belt.
I'm surprised that this happens this early in the film. I guess, yeah.
It happens right away. Because then...
Because that conversation happens, like, right... Her and Big's conversation, I guess, happens right at the top of the show.
Yeah, because basically it begins with them looking for an apartment, which leads to the wedding proposal, which leads to this low-key marriage, and Carrie's gonna wear this, like, weird skirt suit for her wedding, and then...
And the bride wore a dress
by no one.
I love him.
You know, he went to Emerson.
Yeah.
Do you love him? Mario Cantoni, is that his name?
I love the character. And you? You don't?
No, I do.
I think he serves the show well, frankly.
I actually do love him, and he needed to be that way. Imagine he was like a cool, hot gay guy.
No.
That would be hell on earth.
He's perfect the way that is.
No, he's everything. Him and Stanford being together. Actually, they handled it well with him just like that. Like, that is how it would go.
Yeah, I think so,
Save
too.
breakup, spoiler alert. So, what I'm trying to get at here is...
Like, what is Miranda wearing? That necklace is built into the shirt, by the way.
She has seashells on.
Miranda.
Then Enid from Vogue puts Carrie in a bridal spread.
Which, again, would be... Okay, Sex and the City, the movie, needs to be a musical.
Okay, so talk me through this concept.
Like, imagine... Okay, you're in the theater. Okay, whatever. The overture happens. The show starts. You start to hear Carrie's iconic voiceover of her, basically the same one of the movie, talking about 4 friends.
Which is, there's 4 friends. Charlotte was a simple life.
Okay, as she does that, the stage, imagine a very, like, layered stage, almost like, it's like you're seeing into apartments. So
Okay,
it's
cool.
like Charlotte was a simple life, and then, like, the silhouette of Charlotte in her house comes up.
Martha.
And then Miranda's silhouette, hers, and then the whole time Carrie's at the desk writing. And the last thing she goes, and it's all about sex in the city. Bam! Lights up, opening number.
Marty?
Like, are you gagged?
Did you ever direct?
I directed Into the Woods in college. But in college, I took theater into film.
I not see that?
Did you ever take that with Sunil Swaroop?
No.
Theater into film. And you could, if you wanted to, you could instead, your project could be film into theater. And I turned Sex and the City into...
Oh, so you've done the homework. You're not just pulling this out.
I've done the homework for this.
Wait, so keep going. This is fascinating. What happens next?
It's hard because it's long.
Movie?
The movie. It's based on the movie.
It's based on the movie.
It's based on the movie.
Well, maybe as we go through the movie, if you remember things from your adaptation, you can voice them as we go.
The most important is the song called I Knew, and we'll get to that.
Oh my god.
Which is when
I remember
Carrie...
Yeah, well, wait. Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Like, oh my god.
This movie basically has 3 acts.
Go on.
But I'm kind of inventing this on the spot. There's the first part, which another critique, I think, from people was like, this is just like a bunch of episodes stuffed together, which I don't think is a problem. And I also don't agree with.
That's like what it is. That's the whole thing, though.
So the first act is Carrie and Big decide to get married, the lead up to the marriage.
Yep.
Then, spoiler alert, Carrie gets stood up at the altar. And the second part is her in deep pain in Mexico.
Oh, God.
Just dead. And then hires an assistant and starts to rebuild, I guess. And then the third is all of the characters sort of resolving their issues.
Yeah.
And it doesn't quite work, but yeah.
Yeah.
Because they all have issues here. Except for Charlotte.
Miranda's going through Steve has cheated on Miranda.
Yeah.
We're all over the place, but whatever. Who cares?
Whatever. Like, I think we just have to, like, give ourselves the freedom. Yeah, because it's just, like, it's such a big topic. Like, we have to say what is going on first before we can...
I just found these.
There's my sunglasses, missing one of the lenses. They were up your ass?
They were, like, under
The up your ass players. What is that from?
Up your ass players?
The up your ass...
Up your ass players. Shake it, bitch.
We came up with something on the walk here, which is like saying "shake it, bitch."
Shake it, bitch. And like, it's awesome.
What's the up your ass players from?
Up your ass players.
No, you're emphasizing players, and it's the up your ass players.
Up your ass players.
No,
Up your ass players.
Up your ass players. Don't you love doing that?
No, it's heavy.
Like taking a phrase and
and
going
then
through and re-emphasizing.
Yeah. That could be a whole episode, frankly.
Emphasis.
Emphy.
Let's incorporate emphasis.
Okay, emphy.
Emphasis.
Emphy. Emphy. Curtis was supposed to...
Wait, can we do the mashup quick?
Fine. Effie. Curtis was supposed to love me.
I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy now.
Curtis was supposed to love me.
I hope you're happy. Okay, wait. So...
It doesn't work like you think it does.
I think it could. I think you just don't see it. But it's like, imagine like...
Okay.
Curtis was supposed to love...
I hope you're happy.
Yeah. Like you there's more. And as an adapter, you should be open to this tea.
Adaptation. By the way, I'm rewatching Ozark.
Have you seen the movie Adaptation?
No.
It's a great one.
Is it about
Meryl
mashing up
Streep.
Wicked and Dreamgirls?
I wish.
And I don't want to see it.
I don't need to see that. Have you watched The Comeback?
I don't want to see that.
You've watched The Comeback, right?
Of course, it's the best show of all time.
What?
Well, I think Veep is my favorite show, actually.
Of all time? What about Sex and the City, bitch?
Well, comedy.
Shake it, bitch.
Shake it, bitch.
Well, Sex and the City is a comedy. What's wrong with you?
Dramedy. Wouldn't you? Sorry.
Sure.
Yeah.
A phobe.
So, anyways.
Okay, so I think one thing that we really didn't get to, which is the auction, before we get any further.
In the bathroom scene.
I think it's important to sort of
sad.
set the tone. Because I think this movie is kind of grappling with the idea of, like, can love last? Is true love real? Like, can you be happy? Are men scum or not? And at the beginning of the movie, they go to an auction.
And they are all dealing with it in very different ways, I have to say.
I know, I think it's nuanced.
I agree, I actually do.
And by the way, I'm sorry to Manola Dargis, but it's like...
I'm not... if there's one person I'm not sorry to, it's Manola Dargis.
Which, I can't even remember if she's the one who gave that critique, but whatever. It's like... There's life outside of men, of course, and outside of love, of course, and that's more important. But, like, this romance in your love life is something we all deal with and is worth talking about. And do I make my case?
No, you do make your case, and I agree with your case. And it's like, I don't know, they all come to different... They're all dealing with it in a very different way. And, like, Kim is, like...
So Kim's dating Smith Jared.
Samantha, I'm sorry. Samantha is like, her issue is that it's like...
She doesn't want to be with one person.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even though her person is the hottest guy in the world, who was the first person voted off of Dancing with the Stars, and it was really depressing.
Huge SOI, in my opinion. SOI
What's
being
SOI?
suck on impact.
Impact is the word?
Yeah, suck on impact.
So you're like crashing into him?
God willing.
Crash into me.
No, I want to smash into you. I want to run, smash into you. Do you know that song?
Mm-mm.
Yes, you do. Beyonce.
Okay. People have been trying to slander Beyonce lately.
Who?
A few.
What are you talking about?
And I will say this. I hate the song Church Girl.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I hate it.
That's so bizarre of you to say.
But I love Beyonce. I just watched Dreamgirls on New Year's, which we'll get to New Year's in this film.
Oh, bitch.
Old Lang Syne.
For some reason, that song is like you.
Old Lang Syne.
Yeah.
I taught us simply, but so embedded.
I take it back.
Shit.
It's alright.
I could have sounded good.
You could have.
But I had smoothie.
Remember when you sounded really good in that clip?
Yeah, I actually just sang that on another podcast.
Like you did really well.
Some people want it all. Okay, right. So what I was going to say was they're at this auction at Sotheby's. And this girl was married to a guy forever. Or they were not married, but they were together. And then she's turned out onto the streets and has to sell all her jewelry. And they're in the bathroom.
And that sparks Carrie's conversation with Big, correct? The auction?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's why it happens.
Yeah.
I'm now realizing. Yeah.
And so she sold every piece of jewelry he ever gave her publicly.
Yeah. What did the girl... Do you remember the monologue?
Not... What's her name again?
Daphne Rubin Vega.
She's
and
heaven.
Isn't she the original Mimi in Rent?
That's right.
Let's see if we can just get this
That's
monologue
right.
up
And she's
quick.
basically like, it's sad. Like,
I thought it was just sad for me because I knew her. But really, it's sad for all of you. She's kind of... Yeah. No, this isn't.
I love that look for Carrie.
Carrie's wearing
And
flowers.
once again, Miranda doing... Oh, Miranda.
And Daphne Rubin Vega basically goes like, oh, is it sad for you guys? I thought it was just sad for me because I knew her. She was a smart girl until she fell in love.
Yeah. And then Carrie's kind of like, well, fuck, like...
Yeah.
What about me and my life?
What about how I feel?
What about what's best
I hope
for
you're
me?
happy that you hurt cause
What
forever.
about
I hope
me?
you think you're clever. And I am telling you, I think I'll try. You hear it. You hear it has potential. If you took over the composition, we could get it right. I'm just a thinker. I'm not a composer.
I don't know that I'm willing to do that. Respectfully.
Okay, so...
It's bathroom, it's auction, it's...
Oh,
and then the, the ring, which is ugly.
wait, the ring? I forgot the ring.
50 fucking thousand.
Oh. I thought it was a brooch.
No, it's a ring.
No, it's a bird.
It was a bird.
It was a bird.
It was a bird.
When we get to the bird, we're going to have a lot to talk about.
It was a bird.
It was a bird.
It was a bird.
So, Steve sleeps with another girl.
Steve's butt thrusting.
Yeah.
Do you know that?
Yeah, I do. His butt
That
goes
gives
in.
me the
shivers,
weight.
The shivers.
Remember the weight?
The weight.
We talked about
yeah,
it
the
with
weight.
Matthew.
The weight. Oh,
That's
yeah.
the weight for me.
Yeah.
I almost
With
texted
Matthew?
you last night at work actually because I was feeling the weight for Jackson Maine.
With who's Matthew?
Oh. Why did I go Matthew?
McConaughey?
I just put Matthew as Brad.
Yeah.
But that's not true.
People aren't going to understand what we're talking about.
I don't have the weight for Matthew. I have the weight for Brad, Coop.
I have the weight for Brad. So
Not even Brad. I have the weight for Jackson Maine.
if anyone just wants to be caught up to speed, the weight is when you feel a crushing pit and sense of weight upon you because you see a man that you don't have.
Yeah.
And Jackson Maine from Star is Born is one. Smith Jerrod's another. Steve thrusting his butt is another.
Steve butt thrust is like such pure bliss and perfection to me.
But so then Miranda and Steve are having sex and Miranda goes,
Go on.
let's just get it over with.
And that, if there's one thing to cause a butt to stop thrusting, it's that.
Oh my God.
I feel so bad for him.
Oh, fuck me.
Miranda. Like...
By the way, it should be noted, what are your cats' names?
Miranda and Steve.
Did everyone hear it proper?
Yeah.
Marty has two cats, both taken off of the sidewalk.
Sorry.
Like, it's time we just acknowledge,
Like,
you
sorry.
did just kind of grab two cats off the sidewalk.
I did. I took two cats.
And their names are Miranda and Steve.
Yep.
Miranda's better behaved than Steve.
Miranda's a perfect, loving creature, and I love her so much, and Steve is working on it. He's doing his best.
Like,
I'm gonna be gay. Like, I'm a gay guy with two cats.
I know.
Like, I'm a single gay guy with two cats.
And I'm an
What do I do about that?
And I'm an unidentified flying object.
That's for damn sure.
I mean, you keep the cats, and you find a man with two dogs
No.
who can eat the cats.
Why would you say
I don't
that?
know.
Like,
I
that
was
is
trying to be
absolutely
funny. I was
unacceptable
trying to be
and
funny.
weird of you.
You know, once you hit record on a podcast, suddenly, like,
You try things.
you, like, try things.
Yeah.
And some work, some don't.
But I'm, like, serious. Like, what? How do I get a boyfriend if I'm a 30-year-old man with two cats? Like, how do I come back from that?
Well, you live alone.
Yeah, as of today.
So yeah, congrats.
Thanks.
You're kind of like... No, you're not like Carrie.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say you were like...
You have a disease where you can't give anyone else Carrie. Like, you can't give Carrie to anyone else.
Carrie disease.
Should I get a necklace that says Marty?
I used to have one that said Daddy. That was given to me.
Okay, and so should I get a necklace that says Marty?
Yo.
Is that cute, do you think?
I don't think so.
What?
I don't think so.
Why?
I mean, you asked. I thought about it. I don't think it would be cute.
You're being a huge bitch.
Steve cheats on Miranda.
Steve cheats.
Steve cheats on
Steve
Miranda.
cheats.
Steve cheats.
Steve cheats.
Steve cheats.
And when he's telling her, it's so fucking sad.
The sequel to Steve Jobs.
Steve cheats.
Steve cheats.
And when he's like...
He said... his face when he tells her.
Oh my god.
No, his face when he tells her.
No, like his face when?
It's stricken. It's
I had
the
sex
most
with someone
distraught
else.
I've ever seen anyone, and I've seen Sophie's Choice.
He is so ruined by his own choices.
It was one time.
And I
It didn't
believe
mean
him that it
anything.
didn't mean anything.
It didn't mean anything to him. But, like, Miranda was like, they never have sex. And then when they did, he wanted to get it over with. It looks like you have an eye patch on because you just put on my sunglasses, which are missing a lens.
Have you watched Bad Sisters?
No. Does one of them have an eye
Girl! Yeah, one of them has an eye patch.
patch?
Literally.
Wait,
Yeah.
really?
Yep. Lesbian.
Well, I could have told you that.
Lesbian with an eye patch. Like, can you imagine?
I mean, that would be a lot to take on.
You are such a UFO, I'm realizing.
I'm a
you
UFO.
are.
And you're a ship at sea.
I don't really like boats, so...
Okay, you're a train.
Okay.
You're a train.
Luxury.
Yeah, of course. I'm a ship.
No.
I'm a UFO. Oh.
No. I could be a spaceship.
Starships were meant to fly. Isn't a UFO a spaceship?
No. Not necessarily.
So it's just like an unidentified flying object.
Exactly.
Okay, wait. So
Like,
let's get on track here a little bit.
Okay. Although
And-
I am having fun being off track.
no, I
have to
actually
say.
think being too on track is getting in the way.
Me too.
But I want to make sure we're getting some things covered, like some outfits. And
Can you go
some-
to your notes that you took?
Yeah.
What is up with you and not muting it?
I don't know. Like I keep thinking I've muted
You're
it.
addicted to not mute.
So Charlotte wants a baby,
Charlotte wants a baby.
or Charlotte has a kid. Wait,
Oh, yeah,
what's
Charlotte-
Charlotte's issue?
Charlotte has Lily.
Charlotte's like fine. Her life is
Charlotte's
fine.
issue is like kind of like everything is like good. Oh, her issue is that she gets pregnant.
Oh yeah.
Charlotte's issue is that her truly is like, why me? This isn't fair. Why is everything going well for me? Basically, honestly.
Yeah.
She's like, look at you, look at Miranda, look at Samantha.
Which is
like,
legit, I guess.
No,
That
yeah, it
happens
is.
to people.
and because she struggled. Charlotte has had her troubles.
Charlotte suffered from the troubles between Ireland and the UK.
Like, she wanted a child so bad. Couldn't get one. Eventually adopted. Things didn't work out with Trey. Eventually she found...
Trey couldn't get it up.
Trey
Can
couldn't
you
get it up.
imagine?
Trey couldn't get
If
it
your
up.
husband couldn't get it
Can you
up?
imagine dealing with Bunny?
Oh, and by the way, Bunny is in
Like, fuck Bunny.
The Witch. Have you seen The Witch?
No.
So there's a rabbit in it, and it's Bunny McDougal.
Like, actually?
Well, it's just a rabbit.
Oh.
But I've always thought that it was Bunny McDougal.
What the hell?
Can we talk about something?
Fine.
Or did you have more to say? Wait, regarding the theater adaptation,
Yeah.
we're now arriving at the Vogue photo shoot.
That's a number.
So there's a Vogue photo shoot.
Yeah.
Carrie gets hired to play the model of 40, the bride, and wears
Yeah.
a bunch of
Because
bridal.
Vogue is doing an age issue.
Which, this is one of the great things that's ever happened to anyone.
This montage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wears these dresses.
This montage is like why we have life. It's why we can wake up in the
Giving
morning,
me
we can do our
life
thing.
and it's everything.
And she's in...
Dior is my favorite.
That's the hat.
That's the hat. I would wear the hell out of that to lunch.
Yeah, you would.
I would eat that crap.
You
for
would.
lunch.
Honestly, the Vivian's not my favorite.
Wait, you don't like the Vivian?
I love it, but it's not my favorite.
Wait, remember the Vivian?
The Vivian, the drag
Race
queen.
Her name was the Vivian.
The Vivian. That's actually genius.
I know.
Wait, we don't give her enough.
We don't think of her.
She doesn't get enough.
The Vivian.
The Vivian. Like, the Vivian.
That's something you or I would have come up with.
The Vivian.
The Vivian.
And by the way, one of the girls that I used to nanny named Vivian.
I thought it was Violet.
No, Maeve and Viv.
Oh, Violet was the girl I nannied.
Remember when you lost a kid?
Yes.
Hilton
Should I
was
tell that
babying
story?
once and lost a child.
It basically happened in the neighborhood where this movie takes place.
New York?
The Upper West Side, you cunt.
Oh. Is this Upper West?
No.
I'm like, no.
I guess it's Upper East.
It's kind of all over.
Why you don't like the Vivian? What's your favorite one of the dresses?
I don't know. I actually can't decide. I love them all. I love the hair for Oscar. It's with the flower.
Oh yeah, I actually think the flower is a little jarring.
I think that her hair with the Vivian is wrong.
It's down
In the photo shoot.
You want
it's
it
down.
up?
Yeah, of course.
See, how do you know about that stuff? Like, how do you know when hair should go down or up? I'm gonna come clean and be like, I don't get it. Like, I don't have the gay guy thing where I'm like, her hair's wrong. I'm like, she looked good to me.
You do have it.
You think?
You do have it.
I feel like I can only style myself proper. And even that is not a surefire thing.
I feel more so the other way around.
Actually, I've looked back at old pictures of myself and I'm like, I can't style myself proper. I looked insane. I was looking back at a video of us the other day in Prospect Park that we filmed for 5 Things, and I was like...
Back when we were happy.
I can't believe I wore that. Yeah, back when...
I was in the video?
Yeah, I was on your shoulders.
Oh, I forgot about that. That was a fun day.
Yeah, it was, but I was wearing a fucking...
What were you wearing?
It was like a black silk shirt worn as a dress with a red kerchief used as a belt, and my hair without a single product in it, just looking like literal like 5 yards of steel wool. And like black lipstick smeared on my face, and like looking back it's like, oh, like she was trying to like serve comedy, and I at the time was thinking I was serving legitimate cunt.
Mm-hmm. At the time you were, though.
Yeah.
Times change.
I mean, let me put this on the podcast. Like, in terms of non-binary tea being valid, like, I'm going to toot my own horn for a second and say I was
Tootie Boot, what's her name? Susie Toot.
Susie Toot. I was in Berlin.
Go, brag.
We were at a club.
So you are a gay guy.
Yeah. Or a transaga.
Oh, yeah.
Transaga.
Transags, yeah.
And we were at the front of the line of this club, and the bouncer goes to me, Nick and Callie, I know you. To me. I'm like, huh? They go, yeah, you're Hilton, right? I go, yeah. How do you know? They're like, I've been following you for years. Like, you inspired me to transition. You, served non-binary tea before it was valid.
Oh, bitch.
And, like, my tea hadn't been brewed yet for the cultures, and yet I was brewing.
You were brewing.
Like, there's something to be said about that.
You were brewing pre-tea.
I'm just gonna be teaful. Like, I teed it up when no one else was drinking Earl Grey.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And, like, now it's like, oh, there's non-bin, there's Nary, there's Barry.
Right.
And they all go to Barry's boot camp. But back in the day, it was like...
Barry's boot camp scares me.
There's Angela and there's Angelo. And there's
Right.
no room for Angeli.
No.
If you catch my drift.
No, I got it. So good job, by the way.
Thanks.
Great job serving non-BT.
So, couple things before we arrive at the wedding.
Fine.
How does the number go with the dresses?
I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't write any music,
Right.
obviously.
Steve's milk top lip.
Sorry, I had to
Miranda.
cough.
Milky lip.
Oh, when he has the foam on his lip at the restaurant?
Yeah, or she does, actually.
And then he does too.
Oh my god.
He's like, do you want to tell me anything?
Oh my
Anything
god.
you want to tell me?
Oh my
Steve,
god.
Miranda, Brady, Magda being the nanny, are out to dinner. Miranda's rushing, not being very nice. She makes Magda bring Brady to the bathroom. And he's like, you can't let the lady finish her dinner. And she's like, you criticize everything I do. And then she drinks her cappuccino, gets foam on her lip.
Yeah.
And then he tells her she has foam on her lip. She freaks out. He soothes her by drinking the cappuccino and getting foam on his lip. Then they kiss, foam to foam, lip to
And
lip.
that's like their little thing.
But that's pre
the
sleeping. Yeah.
Well, so then when they're at the rehearsal dinner for the wedding, which is now blown up into this thing that Big is uncomfortable with, and it's this huge thing, and Steve shows up, And at the rehearsal dinner, uninvited to talk to Miranda because she won't speak to him after leaving him for the one-time affair. And
she's wearing gloves.
She's wearing gloves. They're at a restaurant, which you can visit on the Sex and the City bus tour. And I've been inside. And they're outside.
Carrie has straight hair.
And Steve is like, please, I'm sorry. Carrie has straight hair. And Miranda goes, you broke us! Mm-hmm. What we had is broken! Mm-hmm. And then these girls, one of whom is a side character, Penelope on Gossip Girl, laugh and go, oh, what the fuck?
And then Steve leaves, Miranda goes inside, and Big's like, well, Miranda, are you okay? And Miranda says,
you're crazy to get married.
Bingo.
Which is going to be
to a man who's already freaking out about a wedding.
So do you think she did something really wrong there?
Yeah. Unintentionally, but
I can, like, see into the future that I'm going to, like, do that to you, basically.
I can see that as well.
Like, that's coming.
Like, that's coming. For me.
Like, I'm doing that to you.
That's you. Doing that. Like, which, by the way, like, you...
Will you forgive me?
The current, like, you might not even be married at that point. Like, everything is fine in your life. And yet...
Yeah, like, I didn't have
the
Steve thing.
Like, you didn't have the Steve thing at all. You just, like, decide to say that.
Do you think you'll forgive me?
I don't know yet.
Please do.
It depends, girl.
Like, friendship is stronger than marriage.
Yeah, but you did that to me. So it really depends.
I haven't done it yet.
Yeah, but you will.
Right. I want to say,
like, why are you gonna do that, girl?
I know I am.
I know, but like,
know
why?
That I am. I'm doing it.
I know. Trust me, I know.
Wedding day.
Please don't, girl.
I don't want to, but some things are set in stone by the gods and the skies and the stars. Do you believe in fate? If you had the chance to change your fate, would you? I would. I would go back and make a few adjustments.
But like, how do I know what I'm changing it from? And
I didn't think of that.
Bingo.
Therebo.
Sorry.
Ergo.
I probably wouldn't. I'd just be like, well, what it's gonna be.
I would change it. If you can, like, make a few adjustments, I would change. I won't say what, because no one needs to hear that.
Yeah. Don't adjust, girl. Well, actually, yeah, you are gonna adjust your fate, and you're gonna not ruin my wedding.
If you had the chance to change your fate, would you?
That's pretty good.
Wait, how would it go? I hope you're happy. I hope you're happy now. I hope you're happy that you hurt your cause forever. I hope you think you're clever.
Shrek and Fiona doing Defying Gravity. Like, let that tea, bro.
Let it sink in.
Like, let that, bro.
Wedding day comes. Lily, a young girl, commits a sin.
The real villain of this whole thing is the Lily.
Lily puts Carrie's cell phone in her cupcake
ruins
purse.
Everything. That child
Big is trying to call Carrie, and Lily
That's Charlotte's problem in the movie, is that she has a terrorist for a child.
Here's one idea, though,
okay,
that is just occurring to me.
Sure.
Wouldn't you still hear the cell phone ringing in the purse? Not to poke holes in the ship.
I don't know. It's a busy day.
And it's a thick purse. That cupcake purse is like 2 inches thick on every side.
Yeah.
Did you ever notice that?
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, it's like soundproof.
And it's like they're hustled, they're bustled, it's wedding, it's dresses, it's click, clack, over here, flower, you know.
So Carrie emerges from the boudoir in a Vivienne Westwood gown and a veil, and she does have...
Thank you very much.
Hair up, as Marty would have wanted.
Thank you.
And she has a blue bird.
A bird in her head.
Let's talk about the bird.
I like the feather. It was a bird. It was a bird.
That's like one of the funniest things
That's
ever.
so funny. It was a bird.
Oh, is that what it was? It was a bird. So there's a blue bird growing out of Carrie's head.
Yeah.
And one thing I want to say here.
I love it. Sorry.
Big looks hot in this scene, which is happening right now.
I just coughed.
Yeah, like you can cough.
But you have to edit some of them out.
Some, but not all.
Most.
Something's happening regarding the remote.
But the remote is there, isn't it?
No, that's not the remote. I hope you're happy.
I hope you're happy.
This is going to be one of the great edits of all time.
I hope you're proud of you.
You can juggle ambition and lose your own ambition. So that I can't imagine how. Wait, where did it go?
The movie extended cut.
Wait, there's an extended cut? What got cut? Like, it's an 8 hour...
What could have... Oh, here we are. Oh, we're back.
We're back to this. So, we decided to get married. Anyway, when I interviewed Sarah Jessica Parker,
Grad.
this
In
happened.
that color.
I worked at Out Magazine. I interviewed Sarah Jessica Parker. I wore a rainbow, I forget what the designer, Jimmy, Paul, Mary, something, fur outfit. I set up the interview. I rented all the equipment. I hired a bunch of friends to help me do this whole video setup for free because Out had no budget. I had a stylist friend create a recreation of that bird and put it in my hair. And I wore it. And I met Sarah Jessica Parker and I gave her a card and a drawing. I was so nervous. She ended up posting the t-shirt that I gave her on her Instagram, and we ended up having, we're friendly now, which is lovely. One thing I will say though, and I'm sorry to shade this girl, I won't name you, but the girl who was doing the sound as Sarah Jessica Parker is leaving the room in the HBO offices at Bryant Park, the sound girl crumbles to the floor sobbing. Sarah Jessica is still in the room.
No, Sarah was still in the room.
Is turning and looking, but kind of leaving. And I'm like, girl, like, what's going on? Why are you crying? And she's like, I forgot to press record on the sound. And we're all like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I mean, I had to be like, oh. I had to, like, act like I wasn't wanting to murder this girl who, just for context sake, happened to be trans.
Okay. Okay.
And luckily, another girl who happened to be cis had set a microphone up to record background scratch audio, and so we had that. But the actual microphones did not record because of this girl. And I'm sorry, like, you deserve this shade. Because why did you forget your one job to press record? Yeah, also if
your job is to record.
It's been years. Audio. Like, I'm sorry, I'm still pissed at you. Like,
babble, 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 babble.
Oh, shake it, bitch.
She won't ever hear this, will she?
I don't know. Will she?
I should beep out.
Babble.
Yeah, you have a full-time job and it's editing this podcast for the next 7 weeks.
Like, there's not going to be anything left in the final cut.
No.
Anyway, so that's the bird. It was a pretty faithful recreation of the bird, too. Shout out to whoever it was.
Who made it?
I forgot his name. Phil.
And he made the jacket and the bird.
Styled by Phil. Shout out to Styled by Phil. Thank you so much for that. If you're out there, come back.
Did she clock the bird?
She clocked. Oh, there were clocks in the room that day. Okay. Coldplay's Clocks was playing on this loudspeaker.
Great.
So, wedding day's here. And now we have big stuff to do.
And we have 3 dresses, 1 red, 1 blue, 1 black. 1 black was originally white, meant to be the bridal gown.
Yeah, in case anyone needed that slowed down a bit, Charlotte's dress is a hilariously tight down to the ankle and then huge poof out at
but God, she looks unbelievable.
Unreal, and you have to waddle in it. And this dress was originally going to be Carrie's wedding dress until they found the Vivian. And by the Vivian...
Vivian is so funny.
And they dyed the white dress black and gave it to Charlotte.
Dye the white dress.
What are you looking for?
Black. My telephone.
Stop going. Give me Lenza.
I don't want to talk anymore. Where'd it go?
You know that clip of Glenn Close going, fuck you, bitch?
No.
It's heaven.
What is it?
It's from that movie she's in.
What did you do with my phone?
Why do you need it?
Because I want to see if Bailey left.
So though I can't imagine how
I hope
you're happy.
What did you do with it?
I didn't touch it, bitch.
Like, what did you do with my phone?
Check under your pillows.
Why are you such a bitch?
I don't know. I was born this
way.
I
found it, T.
Where was it?
Florida.
Florida?
Florida.
We have some really important stuff to say here.
We do.
Should I walk through some of them? And then you can decipher.
Still there.
I'm going to ask you to do decipherage, and I'm going to offer the raw footage. Ready?
Ready.
Because I don't know where my phone is!
Carrie Bradshaw is on the steps of the New York Library where she's about to get married, and they just came in 20 minutes late. Big's nowhere to be found. someone call him. Can I use your phone? I don't know where my phone is.
Yeah. And then she gets on the phone with Big.
Yep.
And he goes, I just left. I can't do this.
And she
The phone tumbles to the ground.
drops the phone. You watch the phone slide down the Vivian. The flip phone.
Right.
Because Samantha hands her iPhone and she goes, I don't know how to use this.
Yeah. Which I'm Carrie.
And then...
In this moment, I'm Carrie, attending any event.
That's true. Flip phone slides down the Vivian.
Stanford gives her the flip phone.
Hits the ground. She kind of clutches her waist as if looking for breath. And she goes, get me out of here.
Get me out of here!
Get me out of here! And then all the girls jump into action. Samantha goes, Samantha here
I knew this was coming.
is so cunted and kind of like the kind of woman that I strive to be.
Yeah.
And I think I pull it off sometimes. I think I would be Samantha in this situation.
Yeah, you would. Because Samantha goes, you two take her, I'll stay and handle this mess. Because someone has to stay and handle the full crowd of wedding guests in the library right now.
And then...
Including, presumably, Carrie's family?
I guess.
Which I'm just realizing now, it's like, they really don't matter to her.
No.
She doesn't get in touch with the dolls.
Then pan out to...
Her family is the girls.
The Vivian gliding down the library steps.
And Charlotte's dye job.
Charlotte dye job.
Down.
Miranda royal blue.
Like, this is a moment where actually the Vivian is not where my eye goes. My eye goes to the fluffling of the shuffle of Charlotte.
The fluffle of the shuffle.
Her waddle in that is so funny, and her going down the stairs in that, it's like she's floating, gliding. Like, it's majestic.
It's unbelievable.
Oh, we forgot to say something before this.
Go on.
Hey, dickwad, I'm speaking.
Genius. That's at the rehearsal dinner where Samantha is giving a toast in a one-shoulder black gown with gold embellishments. Dress, I should say.
Yeah.
And Big's coworker, who is like obviously a dick, is giving Samantha a hard time. Or giving Big a hard time while Samantha gives a toast. And then Samantha says...
Hey, dickwad, I'm speaking.
It's great. And then she goes to the one who got carried away.
Okay. Samantha says that?
Yeah. In her toast.
Wow, that doesn't sound like Sam.
I know, but she gets sweet for a second.
Yeah. So, okay, back to where we're at, gliding down the stairs.
And when Carrie calls Samantha to tell her she's getting married, Samantha's wearing a really ugly hair headband. So, it's like blonde hair braided. That's not the color of her actual hair.
She's like, oh, honey, you got Botox.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the headband.
It's so ugly.
Head band. Okay, so back to the moment that is the moment of cinema history, I would say.
Yes, Miranda, Charlotte rushing Carrie, who's head to toe in the Vivian, just was left at the altar. Get me out of here. Rush her into a car. This is the greatest
acting you're ever going to see.
They stuff her, the Vivian, into the dress. They start driving away. Meanwhile, all this is intercut with Big in the car saying, what am I doing?
Turn around.
What am I doing? Turning around. It's a one-way. Just do it. No one's coming. Turns the car around.
Oh my God.
The two cars drive past each other. You see Carrie and the bird look out the window, catch Big's eye. Both cars stop. Big gets out of the car. Other car, we see the Vivian and Carrie get out of the car. Carrie runs to him. She has one hand holding the Vivian, one hand holding the bouquet. She runs up to him and she starts hitting him with the flowers.
I knew you would do this!
Yeah. White petals.
I knew it!
I knew. Which leads me to...
Yeah. Say this.
The end of Act 1, or like 11 o'clock number of Act 1.
Isn't that the same thing?
No, 11 o'clock number... Well, 11 o'clock number could be of a whole show. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
I'm saying like 11 o'clock.
I think this is Act 1 finale.
But then there's just so much that has to happen.
Yeah, but you can cut some of the bloat that comes after this.
You're right.
Like this...
Act 1 finale is a huge...
Or it can be a 3-act structure.
No.
2 intermissions. Operas do that. It should be an opera.
Maybe.
Okay.
Anyways, a huge ballad that Carrie sings called I Knew. And it's her alone on stage in the white dress, white petals everywhere, because she had just hit big with them. A song called I Knew.
Oh my God, Marty is
Like, chills.
brilliant. But there are other things that happen in this moment.
Yes, because then after I knew, she turns around, runs back to her girls.
Miranda and Charlotte, and Big tries to speak, and Charlotte goes,
No! And Charlotte's face. Oh, Charlotte's face.
I'm sorry, Kristen Davis supporting nom from me.
Thank you. Me too.
What would you give this film in noms? Well, wait, let's sit in this scene a little longer before we go anywhere.
And then she stuffs Carrie and the Vivian back into the ground. And then she waddles around to her other side and she kind of huffs and puffs and looks at Big as she waddles.
And Miranda gives him a scouring. I mean...
Miranda gives him a look like, I'm going to sue your ass, basically.
The only other time I've seen a facial expression that glowering is when Steve admits to his cheating.
Yeah. And Miranda really gives him a look.
There is no other moment, no other scene in the world that has ever done what this scene did.
Correct.
Angels in America bled out. The Normal Heart died. Sophie's Choice died. Schindler's List died. Like, it all died.
It all died because of this.
One.
Because of I knew and know.
I knew you would do this, Carrie. I'm sorry. No!
It's... I have chills.
No!
I have chills. Cut to... They're back at Charlotte's.
Oh. Hagrid's hut.
Yes. Carrie is stripped of the Vivian. She's in...
Oh, God. If anyone isn't understanding, the Vivian won Drag Race UK Season 1.
Yeah.
A drag queen named the Vivian.
And the Vivian is also her wedding gown.
Yes.
The Vivian.
I want to pause here.
Fine.
I actually think we can pause recording here after, if you want.
Yeah, sure.
And do a few broad strokes before we hit pause, which is... What is this film getting nominated for in your books? Honestly. I'm giving it for the Oscars. I would really give it Best Picture. I would really give it Best Costumes. And Actress for Sarah Jessica. And I think supporting for...
It's hard because Miranda could get it.
Yeah.
But Charlotte...
What year was this? I'd like to know. I'd like to know what year this was. For the Oscars, to know who our competition was.
Oh, that's fun.
But can you wax poetic and just, like, this film's greater impact on you for a sec?
Wax po.
Yeah, can you wax po?
This film taught me that being gay is correct.
Okay, so I have the nominations put up. Picture nominees. Winner was Slumdog Millionaire. Other noms were Curious Case of Benjamin Button, Frost Nixon, Milk, and The Reader. So easily Sex and the City should have knocked out basically any of those. Actress, we had Kate Winslet winning for The Reader, Anne Hathaway for Rachel Getting Married, Angelina Jolie for Changeling, Melissa Leo for Frozen River, Meryl Streep for Doubt. So we're going to cut out Melissa Leo, never saw that, or Kate Winslet, never saw that, and put in Sarah Jessica.
Who won? Kate?
Yeah. Anne deserves to stay. I would actually give Anne the win here, and I would give SJP the nom. Yeah. And then supporting actress, Penelope Cruz wins for Vicky Cristina Barcelona. We're not going to take that from her.
That's fair.
Amy Adams, Doubt. Viola Davis, Doubt. Taraji P. Henson, Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Marissa Tomei, The Wrestler. That's a pretty strong lineup. I haven't seen The Wrestler.
Can we sneak anyone in there?
Yeah, I think we're going to cut out Marissa Tomei.
But who are you putting?
That's the question now.
I know. It might have to be like grand full movie. I'm giving Miranda, but
it might be Miranda. I mean, it always was Cynthia in the end.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
but I do have this weird thing where I'm like, Kristen. I
know, but you know where Kristen actually loses the nom for me?
The poop.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually agree. I mean, she was given an impossible task. So she shits her pants in an upcoming scene in Mexico.
But the way her face chooses to portray shitting her pants is like completely shocking.
It's like if Meryl wasn't able to body subtle facial expression sequences like she does, and instead it came across as tacky.
Yeah, I agree.
And yet it's hilarious.
It's so funny, but for reasons that it probably shouldn't be.
I kind of think Charlotte should have taken that moment and played it way more serious.
Yeah, like mortified.
And that would have been better.
I agree.
So let's give it to Cynthia then. Would you give it anything else? Adapted screenplay would be... It wouldn't be original, it would be adapted. And here we have the reader.
Why would it be adapted?
Because it's adapted from the TV show. That's how they would do it. Curious Case of Benjamin Button, Slumdog Millionaire, Doubt, Frost Nixon, The Reader. I never saw Frost Nixon or The Reader. But I'm actually willing to bump one of those to give it adapted screenplay.
I'm happy to as well. It's fine with me.
And then obviously costumes. And I think original song would be nice too for Fergie. Or no.
No, for J Hud.
For J Hud.
Yeah, give her that.
Oh wait, does J Hud deserve a nom?
No.
She doesn't do
All
it.
wrapped up in love.
Love!
Is that original song for that? Yeah.
I think. Do we want to keep going with the movie or take a break now? This is a good, midpoint.
Let's take a break.
Okay.
Maybe come back, soon.
Yeah. Okay.
Babbling On is brought to you by nose hairs. Nostril hairs can get long.
Are you insecure?
Yes.
That's good. We got you right where you want to. Capitalism. Brought to you by nose hairs.
When your nose hairs get long, trim, 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 you've got to use that trimmer and buzz, buzz, buzz. And if you got one on the tip of your nose, you can pluck it out with your fingers.
Did you just see them on the tip of my nose and get inspired by it?
No, I have one on the tip of my nose.
And that's what brings us here to nose trimmers. Use them for babbles.
Nose trims. Get them today and use promo code BABBLINGON for 1% more money to go to your nose hair trimmer to help boost the economy.
And as we always say here at Babbling On, please fuck me.
Babbling On is not affiliated with... Do not take if you can become pregnant. Become pregnant.
Babbling On is affiliated with J.K. Rowling.
So, welcome back.
Welcome back.
We took a little break because we got exhausted.
I had to. I had to take a break.
I get you.
And now I'm laying and I'm happy this way.
So,
I am. I'm happy like this.
You were born this way.
Baby, I was born mine. Okay.
So, basically, Carrie gets jilted. Oh, before we move to Mexico, we do need to say Miranda pulls Charlotte aside and is like, I think I did something really bad.
Right.
And
This is
tells
one of the
her.
most ultimate moments. And this is, for some reason in our friendship, this moment is present often.
Well, I'm often coming to my friends and going, is this bad?
Right. But I'm saying how often you and I will together say,
Yeah.
Find another
Find another time.
find another
I mean,
time.
so Charlotte goes, now would be a bad time. Find another time.
Find another time.
Find another time is one of the huge words that is said by the
Find
sacred
another
scrolls. Find another
Find
time.
another time.
That's
genius.
That's smart as fuck. Anyway, they go to Mexico. The big thing here is Carrie finally laughs when Charlotte shits her pants.
Mm-hmm. And they stuff all the rose petals in Miranda's fish purse, which I love.
Yeah, and I don't believe that Miranda would ever have a fish purse.
I do.
Unless maybe Samantha got it as a PR gift and gave it to Miranda.
I believe she would, could be like, these fucking bitches are going to be all Mexico'd cunted out, so I have to, do this.
She does it as a burden, not as a joy.
Yeah. And
Miranda's
her,
not happy.
and she's, has a hairy pussy, and they shame her. And Samantha shames her.
I cannot believe you said the phrase hairy pussy.
Well,
Hairy pussy in this temple of doom.
isn't it? What happens? Remember?
Yeah, it is.
And Sam's
It's
like,
fucked up.
honey.
Okay, but so when Charlotte shits her pants in front of them, it doesn't make sense because there's not a medallion of oatmeal consistency shit on the ground.
But that wouldn't happen, Hilton.
Yes, it would.
she's wearing-
Trust
she's
my
wearing-
own life experience to know it
But
would.
that's because of the way you dress. She's wearing pants and underwear.
I was wearing a denim dress and a jock strap.
Right. So your hole is loose to the world.
And my ex-boyfriend's flip-flops. And outside his building, which I recently was in that building again, on the sidewalk, I farted and a medallion
Well,
of
you didn't
oatmeal
fart. You shit.
consistency poop went down my leg, onto the sidewalk, and onto his flip-flop. And then without doing anything except leaving it there, I went to the grocery store.
with the poop on my leg and foot, got the things I needed.
Was he with you?
No. Came back, ran into the shower with his rubber flip-flops, and explained from the shower what had happened. And we had a nice laugh. The medallion was still there when I got back.
You shit on yourself and just kept walking and went to the store.
That's right.
You went into the store with shit on your leg and on your shoe.
Correct.
Why?
Not my shoe.
Tom's.
Thanks for the trigger.
Trigger. Why did you do that, Hilton?
I had no idea what else to do.
You didn't think, like, I should go rinse this off?
Well, I call this short circuit syndrome, where, like, my brain just, like, freezes and I'm not thinking. It's like sometimes I'll be waiting for the subway and the train I'm waiting for will finally come and the door will open and I'll, like, stare and the door will close and the train will leave and I'll be like, oh shit, why didn't I get on my train? I call it short circuit syndrome. Like, it happens to me.
Short sir.
Do you ever have that?
Not really.
It's like, I mean, I have some sort of circuiting malfunction.
Do you see, though, why Charlotte's poop wouldn't be on the ground and why your poop was?
Well, don't you think she's probably wearing a thong? So, no, I don't.
I don't think Charlotte is wearing a thong to her exercise class now.
Okay, you're right. Samantha would do that, though.
Yeah. And she was in pants. Regardless, there's, like, pants.
Yeah, but pants are still cylinders. And things can tumble down a cylinder. You understand the tape.
Yeah, but my concern is you don't.
I think there's dregs. There would be dregs of fecal matter reaching the ground.
At some point, but not right there.
As soon as she moved, there would be cascadas evacuate the dance floor.
I love that song.
Whoa, oh. Which do you prefer? I prefer Every Time We Touch.
Me too. I'm not an idiot.
'Cause every time we touch, I get a feeling.
Okay, so then they leave Mexico.
Yeah.
Carrie goes back and decides to hire an assistant in the most homophobic way possible.
And also transphobic.
Yeah.
She interviews
Three people.
Annalie Ashford of Broadway.
Bridget Everett.
As playing a drunk person.
Yeah, and then a gay guy who's wearing high heels, and that's the reason why he's not hired.
He went to Harvard and Stanford. He knows computer science.
Yeah.
And then she's like, why do you think you'd be a good fit for the job? And the camera pans to his heels, and she's like, ew, you're a cross-dresser. I'm not hiring you.
Basically. It's so weird that, like,
it's
this
bizarre.
movie, like, that's why he wasn't hired.
Right, like, she loves heels.
Right.
It doesn't make sense. I don't know how Sarah Jessica signed off on that. She's
definitely
it's weird. A producer on the movie. That's just, like, bizarre. Maybe they thought it was, like, irreverently funny somehow. I don't get it, though.
But
that's
whatever.
Really
he doesn't get the job, and thank God,
it's actually
ultimately.
Pretty offensive.
Yeah, it's rude.
Like, it's
Are they
like
ugly
legitimately.
heels?
No, they're, like, pretty pink point-toe Louboutins or Manolos. I bet.
Like, maybe she thinks they're ugly, and that's why?
No, that's not what it was.
It's not. It's because she's
They've
transphobic.
been transphobic.
SJ being trans fee.
Although, low-key, I think that the episode where they're on the roof with the trans girls is one of my favorite episodes. I know that's really
I love that.
Not okay to say, but that barbecue is heaven.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Okay, so she hires Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah.
Oscar winner.
Yeah.
And her Oscar, by the way, was completely deserved.
I
And your
agree.
next episode should probably be Dreamgirl.
I agree. Louise from St. Louis.
Yeah. So her name is Louise. She's from St. Louis. Like I said, I think there should be an I Am Telling You, Defying Gravity mashup.
Right. And she kind of, like, gets Carrie's life back on track. And Carrie goes brunette, by the way.
Yeah, and it looks good.
Yeah, I agree.
It's one of the great...
Blonde is better, but she looks good brunette.
She looks good brunette. I'm surprised we don't think of that more. It's a dark, deep chestnut brunette.
It's beautiful. Lovely blowout.
I loved the chicken. I thought the chicken was lovely.
And then J-Hud gets her a new phone, and she's like, no, I've always been a 917 girl.
She's like, now you're
347. Or vice versa.
347, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. 917 is T, although 212 would be the real T.
Yeah.
I'm 414 from Milwaukee. You?
I'm 978.
Is that?
Massa.
Yeah.
Massachusetts.
I hope I never lose 414. That is cunt. I mean, think of it.
I like my 978. I don't care what you say.
No comment. I will say this, 789.
Right.
So that's T.
Exactly.
Okay. But you hear 414, and you hear the symmetry there.
It's fine to me.
You're just saying that to be hurtful.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because you were just a bitch about 978. Like, don't even try to act like you weren't.
So, Halloween happens.
Halloween happens, and they're shopping in a CVS or something like that. And Carrie's in, like, a weird fur fedora. And Miranda's like, so you can either be a slutty witch or a goblin.
Or a kitty cat.
Or a kitty cat, yeah.
And she goes, you said a mouthful there. And Miranda tries to tell her about what she said to Big.
At the rehearsal
which
dinner.
I do think is a little bit, like, I just can feel myself being Miranda like I will be in the future to you and saying that to your fiance. And I'm like, I feel like we're blowing this a little out of proportion. Like, it was still Big's choice to do that. It wasn't Miranda's fault.
But for months and months, Carrie was like, what the fuck happened between point A and point B, where all of a sudden my fiance of 10 years decided not to come to the wedding. And having that piece of advice would have been so, like...
But I get why Miranda didn't tell, because that would be terrifying to tell.
Exactly.
But also, it's like...
Carrie's right to be upset.
I think Carrie has the right to be upset for a little bit, and then she needs to forgive, which is what happens. So I guess we're fine. But I'm like, this is getting blown bigger than it was now. Because, like, Miranda said something offhand. She was upset. She had just run into her ex.
Yeah, but it's the time. It's the length of time that makes
also,
it
like,
bigger.
I just feel the problem here is that Big is being let off the hook a little. And it's like, this isn't Miranda's fault. This is still Big's fault.
Yeah, I agree.
You know.
I agree. But I do think Miranda did... The deed of not telling her was worse than the deed of actually saying it.
Except if she had told her at the beginning, wouldn't Carrie's blow up have been, like, even bigger?
I don't think so, actually.
Or even worse?
I think she would have been like, no. I think it just, like, would have been all wrapped into one thing.
Charlotte was right to say find another time. Like, the very night was not the time.
I agree.
And Mexico wasn't right either. I actually, like...
She had months and months.
I feel like I've been in Miranda's shoes. I can't quite think of how, but, like, I've been in this position where it's like, oh, I have to say something I don't want to have to say.
Yeah, but I see both sides, frankly. I can't truly say that one way is the right way to do that.
It's an impossible situation.
Yeah.
Miranda should have not said that.
Yeah, but Miranda's about to tell Carrie, but then Carrie sees
the
Vogue issue of her on the cover.
And then at the bottom in the footnote it says Carrie Bradshaw is still single and living in New York City.
Yep.
So Halloween happens, we get to New Year's soon from there.
Yep, and
this is really a movie about, like, a year in the life.
Yeah. And everyone's kind of, like, doing their thing.
Oh, I do want to say, well, this is more, everyone's doing their thing.
And Steve has Brady for New Year's, so Miranda's alone, and Carrie is also spending it alone. Samantha is spending it in, like, crazy, in, like, a weird robe with Smith Jarrett in front of a fireplace in Los Angeles.
I, at some point, need to be bringing up Samantha's neighbor, Dante, who's
Dante's
so
dick,
sexy.
which I need.
I'm actually suffering from the weight, one, for Dante and needing him, but two, like, in a trans...
Dante is SOI.
Body dysmorphia way, because Dante is SOI, and he's also always fucking these girls with huge tits and sucking on their nipples. And I'm like, oh my god, like, if I grew tits, then they could get suckled by Dante like that.
Right.
And so I'm like, that's why I would
Are you gonna get tits?
I might, because I want to be with Dante like that.
I'm just, like, so scared for myself of what happens when you don't want them anymore.
I know, that's what I'm scared of. I'm like, what if I get them and, like, I don't want these?
That will happen.
I know. It already happened.
And then you'll want them again. Like, you'll want them again.
I'm an indecisive person.
There is a point where, like, where my life will become... Difficult because you don't want your breasts.
It's gonna impact you professionally, socially, romantically, and real estate.
Yes.
But what do I do? I mean, it's the impossible situation of Miranda. It's like, what do you do?
Should you have tits?
I know. Like, what do you think? I mean, obviously it's my choice, and, like,
Yeah. I can really see it going either way.
Same.
I know.
It's too hard.
I know, girl.
I wish people could just make decisions for you.
I know.
Like
Maybe
in
like
The Handmaid's Tale.
can you get like little tits?
Maybe.
But then it's like
Basically, most people are saying get them, and then I'm like, don't tell me what to do. But then I'm like, should I get them? Okay.
it's hard to say.
Anyway, Carrie goes over to hug Miranda just as the ball drops.
Yep. Oh
New
my
Year's
god.
is
Yeah, because
low-key a
Miranda
flop to me.
calls Carrie and is like, no, go back to bed. Like, I was just alone and whatever. And then Carrie takes the subway, bitch.
I thought she took a cab. But did she take
No,
a
she
cab?
can't get a cab, remember?
Oh.
And then she takes the
I
subway.
don't think I've ever seen her on the subway.
Exactly. That's why it's so powerful.
Let's gaggle.
She never takes the subway.
Let's gaggle.
And she's in like sweatpants and fur boots.
I thought she was wearing a fur coat.
Fur coat and high heel boots.
And
I'm
a
sorry.
beanie, a glittered beanie.
And the beanie and the pearls.
Diamonds are forever.
And then they hug and it's like so sweet.
And the ball drops, and New Year's kind of sucks. And it's January 3rd or 4th right now, and the year has been off to a not great start for me, mentally.
Mine's been fine.
I
But
kind of think this is just how it goes on the beginning of the year.
New
Like,
Year's is
you can't
weird
escape
and
it.
like bad and like weird.
Like, fuck New Year's.
Like New Year's is weird. Sorry.
Fuck markers of time, I'm sorry.
Like,
Can we
sorry.
just exist and not be reminded of our impending death?
For once, bitch.
So, Valentine's Day rolls around.
Miranda and Carrie go out to dinner.
And there's a server who's asking if they want more wine, and they're kind of nodding at her.
And the restaurant is full,
Of balloons.
stem to stern, of balloons.
I dream of that.
It's full. In my opinion, there's too many balloons. Because then when Carrie tries to leave and all the balloons get stuck in her coat.
But isn't that hilarious physical comedy?
Yeah, it's genius.
Yeah.
And Miranda tells her, and Carrie does not take it well, and she
Miranda
storms
tells her
off.
that she said to Big, you were crazy to get married.
Yeah, and then the waitress comes over and is like pouring wine, and Miranda's like, I got it. Just takes away from her.
Doesn't Miranda not even say the whole thing, too? She's like, she says something like, you were crazy to get married, but doesn't she say another thing to Big?
Yes.
She says like another sentence.
She says,
right?
like, yeah, you're crazy to get married.
I forgot what it was.
Yeah.
So there's something else.
It's like basically she says the same thing, but in a different way, basically. Yeah.
But so Carrie, she's like, well, first of all, this is crazy because Carrie is like, you know what really hurt? I've been going over and over this in my head. And you know what the worst part is? That you kept a secret from me. And I have never kept a secret from you, except for all the times she's kept a secret. Like when she got back with Big, when she was having the affair. Like she's kept a lot of secrets.
Yeah.
When she...
Who is Carrie's best friend?
Oh, by the way, let's not forget when Carrie cancels on Miranda, who's already at the bar because Big made veal. Like, low-key, I have been in that situation, and that's bullshit. I don't believe in eating baby lambs. Is that a cow?
I think it's a baby cow.
Okay,
and I'm sorry to say,
I ate veal recently.
it was really good.
They were in dumplings.
Oh,
Who's
yeah.
Carrie's best friend?
Like, sometimes I think it's Miranda, and sometimes I think it's
Samantha. I
never think it's Charlotte.
It's changed a certain much. She kind of hates Charlotte. Like, remember that episode where she's like, sometimes Charlotte will say the most profound thing just when you've been about to write her off as a dumbass. And Charlotte says, like, how well do we ever really know the people we're sleeping with? And then Charlotte goes, do you think my hair is too shiny today? And Carrie goes, and then she'll say something like that. It's like, Carrie, you're a fucking cunt.
Yeah, Carrie's
like,
such a
it's okay
bitch.
to ask if your hair is too shiny. I'm so tired of people getting mad at people for asking questions that seem simple.
Right. Whoa.
Oh my god.
Like, you just
my nose
freaked
is bleeding.
out. Like,
my nose is bleeding.
Holy shit, girl.
My thing is ask, and you shall receive.
Ask.
Ask.
I like your nails. Should I get a manicure today? I want to get a pedicure, but it's too ticklish. Like, it's so
Ticklish?
hard.
I hate pedicures.
Me
That's my
too.
hot
I
take.
tickle
They're
and
so
it's crazy.
tickle and painful and uncomfortable.
But my feet right now are disgusting.
When you're with the wizard.
Man up on my what?
Meanwhile, Samantha's neighbor, she's wearing sushi to feed Smith Jared, who doesn't show up, and
she's wearing shoes, and the shoes have a bejeweled like fish on them.
And Dante's having a threesome with this girl with globular tits, and that was the
Huge
moment
body.
I felt really sick body dysmorphia, and I was like, I have
Because you want
to
those
have
titties.
tits.
But Is that right, though, girl?
I don't know.
Like, imagine you.
But it might be, girl.
Like, imagine right now where your arm is right now. Like,
I know.
There's a tit there.
Careful, because it might be right.
I know.
I don't want you to try and paint it like that would be crazy.
That's not at all. I'm painting it like, imagine.
I know.
How does that feel?
It's impossible to know because it's not there right now.
Should we, like, put, like...
Breastplate. Let's do that next.
Should we, like, stuff something in there for you right now?
When you're with the wizard.
After this, we're doing that.
Actually,
after this,
I have a bra.
Okay, after this, we're putting on your bra and we're going to kind of try some sizes out.
Why don't I do it right now?
Okay, go.
Okay. You wax poetic on the plot right now.
Okay. I'm not really going to talk. I'm going to talk about how I'm feeling right now.
Okay.
I'm serious, you guys. Like, I have been really sick. Like, I was sick. Every year I get sick at this time. Like, right after the holidays, my body plummets. And it's, like, not a sick that I'm like, oh, I don't feel good. It's, like, a sick where I have a super high fever and I cannot move from the couch for days and days. It's, like, 3 days of being immobile. Why does this happen? Anyways, I'm feeling better. But I'm still a little sick and I'm coughing, as I've told you. And now I'm laying on Hilton's couch and the microphone is sitting on my stomach and I'm loving it. Okay, great. So Hilton is... Oh, that looks good.
Wait, really?
Hilton's put a bra on and we're stuffing it with some socks to see how the tits would feel. Like, how does that feel?
It feels weird.
Okay.
But maybe in a good way?
It looks good.
Really?
Yeah. It actually does.
I think I need to try going out with them and seeing.
Okay.
Like, maybe like
But you
this,
have
because
to-
this is like small enough where it looks realistic.
Yeah, but put them closer together because right now you have them, they're like in your armpits. That's better. Oh.
Does it look cute?
Cute?
Wait, it kind of does. Oh my god, I'm a woman.
You have to put a shirt on over it.
I don't want to deal with this.
Put a shirt on.
Too much work.
Put a shirt over it. Like, Hilton's a woman right now.
Should I wear this as a shirt?
No, you should put on like a shirt to like see what happens. One that's like kind of tight. Hilton is now being as a woman. And I'm kind of still on the couch, you guys. Like, okay. So you have tits.
It looks a little, like, funny.
I think we're just not used to it. Oh, you have
It
okay,
looks
wait, where's
kind of
where's
fun.
can you see my phone?
When you're with the wizard, ooh, your whole life will change.
Look, like, move your body like that. Yeah.
No one thinks you're
You actually
strange.
might not love this, but I'm just like showing
If I
you.
might not love it, I definitely won't love it.
Well, you might. Like, do you see your tits?
I don't know. I have to think about it. I'll sit with them on for a little.
Yeah.
Okay. So
now you have tits.
I got tits. And it's just so much. Like, I
Tits
don't know
be
if I
got.
can handle all this work. I'm already so busy with my job.
It's hard. Like, it's hard, girl.
Okay, so
I'm already so busy with my job is so funny. Respectfully.
I didn't flush the toilet or wash my hands.
Why didn't you flush, girl?
I just when you can't
No.
do anything.
Flush?
I mean, I've never had the flush thing, but
That's not even
brushing
something.
teeth or washing hands, there are times where I'm just like, I can't do it.
Brushing teeth I get every now and then. I'm like, I just...
Bye-bye.
Brushing teeth, sometimes I'm like, I just can't.
Yeah.
When you're with the wizard, your whole life will change. Okay, so basically
where are
Carrie
we?
forgives Miranda.
Carrie forgives, which is the
after
correct
3
thing
days,
to do.
which is, she says it's the longest she's ever gone without speaking to her. I'm like, seriously?
Mhm. And then Samantha's
haven't
new plotline is like because
Ever
she
talked
can't
for
fuck
3 days?
Dante, she decides to eat a lot of guacamole and stuff.
And then they
Fat shame
again,
her in a crazy way.
Like, she still is like a very trim woman, and they're like,
Yes.
what is that? And she's like, oh, I've been eating guac.
Because Carrie moves back into her apartment and gets it redone, has like a housewarming party, and she's wearing a blue short dress with long sheer blue sleeves. And Samantha comes from LA and has a dog. Samantha got a dog.
Yeah.
A horny little dog.
Yeah.
And like is looking perfect. And then She walks in and they're like, holy shit, what's with the gut?
I know. It's so fucked up. And basically...
And then she's like, I eat so I don't cheat.
She compares her relationship to chemo and realizes she has to end things with Smith, which she does do. Ooh, the tits are feeling good.
Okay, cool, girl.
In a sick way.
I love that for you.
I mean, not sick. Just
like...
I'm getting used to it.
Yeah.
Did something just change?
I think the projector turned off.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
Yeah. So basically the tea is Jennifer Hudson moves back to St. Louis. To
be with her ex, who's hot, by the way.
Yeah. Miranda and Steve go to a therapist thing where they decide to think about...
Bye-bye.
We're back.
All right, so sorry about that. Technology.
Sorry, technology. Information technology.
Yeah. We've already covered that on the pod, otherwise I would share.
No problem.
Basically, my resume said information technology instead of my name. I passed it out to 20 businesses around Boston before realizing and having to scribble out my name with a pen and hand it to the Marshall's employee saying, my name's Hilton Dresden, not information technology. Finally got the job at Starbucks.
Okay. Oh, it's classic. It really
there's a really cute video of my little brother saying, hello, my name is information technology. I'd like to apply for a job. And he's like 4.
Which
it's
brother?
So cute. Hayden, Hersey.
That's so cute.
I know. Love you, Hers. Okay, so they decide if they want to get back together and start fresh, they're going to meet on the Brooklyn Bridge.
And they do, and it is such a beautiful scene of them walking when they see each other. And Steve, oh my God. Like, Steve butt thrust and Steve walking bridge. I need both of those.
And Steve fucking Miranda from behind, grabbing tit while
kissing,
she leans
sweating
over her shoulder and kissing. And see, this is why I'm like,
that's
I know
why you want tits?
Miranda and Steve were unhappy a lot of the... that's why you want tits? Yes. Yeah. But they were unhappy a lot. But like the bridge moment and then that sex scene makes me think like, no, they would be happy together and stay together.
Yeah, they are.
And not break up and just like that, which they did.
They are. They're happy together.
Happy together. I've been saying.
And Charlotte, by the way, pregnant.
And giving birth.
Like Charlotte finally got pregnant after thinking she couldn't get pregnant. And then her water breaks when she's out to lunch.
Yeah.
And...
Yeah. Wearing polka dots.
And who is there to... That was my phone that buzzed, I think. No, it wasn't. It was yours.
My phone is never on vibrate.
Well, it wasn't mine. Was it yours? T?
I'll deal with this later.
T-phone. Big is there. Okay, so she's at lunch. Big comes in. She's at lunch by herself. She's pregnant as you could possibly be. Big walks in. She sees Big. She tries to go out and Big sees her. He's like, Charlotte. And she's like, no. And she goes outside. Then she delivers her line to Big, which she's been wanting to say. I rue the day you were born. And then her water breaks. Yeah. And Big takes her to the hospital.
Which, by the way, just quickly, like, water breaking? Like, what the fuck?
I know. It's like, who the hell decided?
Like, who invented that?
I know.
Like, that is just bizarre.
Water
You're gonna
break.
have, like, a splash of water?
Yep.
To indicate? I just think birth is, like, not tea.
I think it's absolutely amazing and insane and shocking and bizarre and cool.
I think it's overly depicted in movies and TV shows as a plot device. This not being one of the examples. I actually think it's fine here, but I'm like, I don't really give a fuck if you are having a baby.
As a restaurant worker, I could care fucking less. Pregnant women often feel that everything in the restaurant has to stop and change because they're pregnant.
I agree. And I also just think like a lazy plot device is when a writer is like, what can be the big twist? What can happen? And it's like, I'm pregnant. It's like, okay. Like,
yeah.
Don't give a fuck.
It's like we're all pregnant.
Right. Like, I'm pregnant.
I'm pregnant.
Pregnant with LG6.
Yep.
Like, fuck pregnancy and birth.
I think pregnancy and birth are amazing. I really do.
I mean, of course, it's like, are you kidding? Like, you created a person?
It's
like,
amazing.
But it's also like, from a plot perspective, I'm like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Except if it's Charlotte.
Yeah, with Charlotte, I'm okay.
And then Carrie goes to the hospital. She's in like a cream outfit.
What's that noise out there?
Chuck.
It's like a truck outside.
I'm assuming it's truck.
Whatever. Who cares?
I love watching you touch your tit like that.
Kind of liking it.
Yeah, it's cool.
So what were you saying? Carrie shows up to the hospice.
No. Hospital.
What's the difference?
Hospice is like when you go where you go when you're like dying. When it's kind of like
Don't you go to a hospital when you're dying?
like hospice care is when it's like end of the road vibes.
So don't name my kid hospice is what you're saying.
I would advise against it.
What
yeah.
about hospital?
Now that could work.
Hospital medallion.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Principal's office.
Carrie goes and Harry's like, you should talk to Big. Oh my god.
No.
Carrie saw the emails.
Which Jennifer Hudson hid in a secret folder, the password of which to access said folder was, of course, the word that's on Jennifer Hudson's keychain, which is the word
Love. Love.
Love. Love.
Love.
And low-key, I actually feel she spilled there.
I just sipped my coffee and let me tell you,
Mine's
delicious.
empty. Like, what the fuck? Can I have a sip of yours?
No.
When you're with the wizard.
I want to put my what?
Okay, so T being brew, being clue, being shoe.
And all the letters that emails that Big had sent were beautiful love letters.
To all the boys I've loved before.
Right. And then she gets a call from Louise and she's like, remember, today's the last day in your fancy apartment.
Lulu wants to poo-poo.
Go get those Manolo Blahniks, bitch.
Yeah, she goes to pick up the Manolos she left in the closet before they broke up.
And who's there?
Big!
Big
Time baby.
And they just like immediately jump into each other's arms and kiss and like.
And did they fuck in the closet?
I don't think so. 'Cause
they still have their clothes on.
They have their clothes on and his like belt is still on, his tie is still on. Like,
right. It would be weird if you put
things
that
would
back
be
on
like
before they
shuffled.
cuddle.
Yeah, exactly.
And Loki, like, they didn't fuck. Like, it's not always about sex.
Right. Sometimes it's about blowjobs and kissing.
Well, if it was blowjob, the belt would also still be unbuckled.
Not necessarily.
Oh, zip out?
Yeah.
That's hot.
I agree.
Okay, team.
I think blow through zip is hot.
Same.
Like, sorry, but I do.
I actually need to get that going.
Zip blow.
Zip blow. So,
Zip blow, not to be confused with
blow zip.
dip blow.
Oh my god, he's one of my all-timers.
He's hot sometimes.
He's so hot.
At
Sometimes.
the New Year's Eve thing, he was so hot to me.
When he was on LSD.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wasn't he hot to you?
Yes, always. He's never not been hot to me.
Like, he's hot,
I
girl.
jerked off to his Architectural Digest.
Oh, that's cool. Zip blow.
Zip blow.
Zip blow is so funny.
So they get married at City
Zip
Hall or
blow's
whatever the
trans daughter.
fuck, and she wears her. What'd you just say?
Zip blow. Zip blow is Diplo's trans daughter.
Holy shit!
Ziplo.
These look amazing.
Speaking of trans daughter, yeah, you look
they
amazing.
do look
girl.
a little bit geometrically angular
Hilton
and asymmetrical.
Is sitting across from me with breasts and a Duran t-shirt.
I actually think I will get tits based on this experience.
That's awesome.
Because, like, look at them.
Have you never
little
done
ones.
this before?
No, never.
That's shocking.
I know. I'm gonna do it but I want to go out and do it and see if, like, guys look at me. But I need to, like, get my facial hair off.
And I think you should get, like, maybe not socks in there. Like, get some little cups. You know what I'm talking?
What do I do? I can't get my facial hair to go away. The laser didn't work.
It's fine. You can just shave, honey.
Yeah, but you can still see it. I guess it's just, like, clock
I think
the
it's
T.
fine,
Yeah,
honey.
like,
Yeah.
clock the T.
Yeah.
Like, who's singing? I'm sorry, but, like, bricks build houses, and maybe I'm just a brick.
I'm
not
a brick.
House. Okay, so the T being skirt suit at City Hall into doors opening to reveal the chosen family of the daughters.
Let me break that down for you. So the T being, they decide to go through with a wedding. They go back to their original plan of City Hall, just the two of them. She wears the original vintage two-piece and the blue Manolos. And frankly, she looks beautiful. Big surprises her by opening the doors, and her girls are there waiting for her. Then they all go to a diner, and for some reason, the wedding party at the diner is just Carrie's friends. No Carrie family, no Big friend, no Big family.
Big doesn't have any friends or family. I'm not trying to throw shade, I'm just saying.
Like, that's weird.
Yeah. But you know what? I will say this. This is sort of a real phenomenon that I think happens with straight men.
No friends or family?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I think friends are the most important thing over
Family?
like a lover, over a partner.
I agree. Well,
I think friends
agree.
are the most important
Yeah,
relationships.
I agree.
Period.
We're lucky to have good friends.
Yeah.
Like each other.
Well, you're lucky. I'm burdened beyond repair.
Why is it this? Like, why is this how my life
Hey,
has
you're going to
gone?
ruin my wedding.
And you have to forgive me for how you just spoke. Now we're even. When's I ruin your wedding?
Why? Why am I forgiving you?
Because of how you just spoke.
What the hell? What are you talking about? Oh, because I said it's like this.
Yeah.
My burden.
Right.
Right.
So we'll be even soon.
Even is generous.
Even rude.
I need to make a Glinda dress for my puppet.
When I meet the wizard.
What up with my way? Oh, girl.
And they live happily ever after until
Until the second movie, which
is
ruins
not.
everything.
They go to Abu Dhabi.
Like, why do they go to Abu?
Because they are not thinking.
It ruins everything.
I hate
Can I
that.
say one thing
Yeah.
about Mexico, actually?
Yeah.
When they're sitting, the four of them, at dinner.
Oh, yeah. And Samantha has good bangs and a good yellow dress.
Yes, I think her bangs look kind of weird, actually, but I think her yellow dress looks amazing on her, and I think yellow looks good on Samantha the same way it looks good on me.
Is that what you were going to say originally?
Yep.
And Charlotte is being a racist
Correct.
by only eating pudding.
Correct.
And Miranda yells at a couple making out at the other table, like,
Sure, it's called good. 3 months in.
3 days
3
in.
days in.
And I think she was tea for that, because, like, that couple needed to stop.
They were being gross. They were making out like when we went to the opera and that couple was making out in front of us. Ew, ew, ew.
That was
Like, we just wanted to
gross.
see our friend Issa dance, but instead we had a disgusting couple directly in front of us being disgusting.
Jesus, that opera was long.
Yeah, my God. Sometimes opera's cunted and sometimes it is long, doll.
Opera. I would name a kid opera, although it would be triggering for me based on secret reasons.
Remember when you wanted to... Not that secret, doll.
Tefalala, they say, isn't it?
Like, it's not that secret.
Why is my life hell? My life sucks.
No, it doesn't.
I know, I was kidding.
Like, lose that.
I
Right
know.
now, I've been talking to Missy about this. It's the season of NMN.
What's that
No
mean?
more negativity.
Okay, you're right. I don't want to be negative, and
Yeah.
I have a history of wallowing,
I know.
and I don't want to do that.
We're doing
anymore.
NMN. We're being positive women.
I also have a history of encouraging others to wallow.
Can I touch your tit with my toe?
Okay.
I'm gonna see if I can get it without. I'm just gonna try to just get it. Okay, ready?
Okay. You got it.
I got it. I just toed your tit, girl.
Tit the toes and
Tit
toe
the
the
toe
poop.
and toe your tit.
Okay.
Twins, toe and tit.
Favorite outfit of this movie?
I can't do that, but I could name some highlights.
Okay.
The Vivian.
Oh, for me, it's the Dior. The Dior wedding.
The Vivian, the Dior.
And it's...
And I do love her pink studded belt, pearl. I love when she's in, it's like the red and white floral dress.
I like her in CVS in that black fur coat.
When she's like, can't you just be what I want you to be? Jealous.
Yeah.
I like that outfit.
I like Samantha's sushi look.
Yep.
I like Samantha's yellow at the table.
Oh my God. Shufflerton.
Oh yeah, Shufflerton.
Like the black mermaid shuffler.
course,
Like,
of
are you
course,
kidding?
of course.
Like, are you?
Aretha Franklin.
Miranda doesn't really have any stand-up. Fish purse for me. I love the fish purse. I would use that.
I hate the fish purse.
I have a fish purse.
I
You know
would
what I'm
like
talking
talk
about?
shit about anyone who had that.
I do. Kind of. But you know what I'm talking about? I use it to keep my mail in,
You
actually.
don't have it.
Yes, I do. I'm going to show you. I have it. It's different, but it's the same. And I wore it to a wedding once.
What's that weird noise?
A
You went to a
siren?
wedding. No,
Like-
not that.
Oh.
I can recognize a siren.
Well, I don't know at all.
When you're with the wizard. Wait, can I just do something quick?
Yep.
And
Is it the
try
mashup?
Will you mash this up with Dreamgirls in a way if you can?
Fine.
If you feel inspired.
Fine.
Did that really just happen? Have I actually understood
Look at me.
this weird quirk that I've tried to suppress or hide
Look at me.
is a talent that could
I am
help me meet the
changing.
wizard.
Try try in every way I can.
If I make good,
I am changing.
so I'll
be better than I am.
good.
I'm hoping.
When you're
Like-
the wizard.
When I put my wife. There was teephality there.
Oh, you got me with that. Do it again.
The wizard I
Well,
matched
well,
up with I am changing.
Because when you're with the wizard, no one thinks you're birth.
Okay. So that was Sex and the City, the movie. If you haven't watched it, wake the hell up and go watch it, girls.
I feel like we're forgetting something.
Of course we are. We didn't talk about anything this whole time, basically.
We haven't addressed the film yet. Who directed it?
I don't know. That's your kind of job.
I think it was Michael Patrick King who did most of the series. But I didn't know for sure.
I don't know, dude.
This is an amazing movie, Best Picture.
Like, go watch it.
It should have been between this and The Dark Knight for Best Picture that year, and of course neither were nominated because life is hell sometimes. Although, what is it? No more negativity.
NMN.
Like, maybe life is heaven.
Exactly. Although NMN. No more neg.
Right.
And I'm putting that out to all the girls listening. NMN. No more neg.
Let's get positive, queens.
Let's get positive, queens, because, like, we can rock it.
I want to rock it. I don't want to be sad.
Like, we really can rock it.
I want to be heaven.
Yeah.
I want to have a great life and be happy.
And so let's do that.
I'm getting to
Because that's in our hands, is the thing.
It's tit grow season anyway.
And you have tits. Not bad. When you post this on your Instagram, you should promote it using a picture of your tits.
Not from today. I don't look right. But I'll cunt it for that. Sure.
Okay.
I'll
Fine.
post it with tits. And then if this one guy doesn't like the post, I'm gonna be
No.
blowing up.
No, member.
I'm gonna be blowing up preconceived notions and
Exactly.
embracing new lives.
Exactly, NMN.
But is there still room for violence?
Depends. Positive violence.
Is that
All right,
okay?
babblers.
Thank you, Bobby. Bye.
That was good.
Let's-
What's the mashup we're leaving on?
It's No One Mourns the Wicked mashed with Move.
Okay.
Move. Okay, I'll do No One Mourns.
Okay.
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 Good news.
You better move.
She's
You're
dead.
standing on my heart. I said move.
The wicked witch
You're
is dead.
tearing it apart.
wicked
I said
witch
move,
there.
please move. What am I gonna do?
No one mourns the wicked.
Cause my
Good
heart
news.
is breaking up over you. Breaking up over you.
No one mourns the
You
wicked.
are so horribly
Good
satanic. The way you
news.
lead me around. I feel
Mourns
just like a Titanic.
the
I'm always going down, 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 down.
Talk about all the things that I wanna talk about. We'll just keep talking. We'll just keep talking. Just keep talking. Talking. For so long. We're babbling on. We're babbling
Rambling On is created, produced, and edited by Hilton Dresden. The theme song is by Benny Cortoletta, featuring Callie Baker, and is produced by Benny Cortoletta and Jack Krause. The artwork is by Hilton Dresden. Audio consultation from Kenzie Woodrow and Dallas Seeker. Special thanks to Alec Cohen, Natalie Rotter-Waitman, Molly Montgomery, Nick Krause, and to everyone who has subscribed to Dabbling On the Substack and refused to shut the fuck up.